Hello, 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 hello. How is everyone doing? I am Legacy Moon, and this is True Crime and Mysteries, where we are going to be looking at some scams on today. Scams that you may not be aware of and that you need to be aware of. And then we will also look at people who expose scammers or at least waste the scammers' time. Happy New Year to all of you. I hope that the day has been good for you. And I'll tell you what it's been for me. After I got done last night, I took my shower and had a glass and a half of some blueberry wine. I love that stuff. And I went to sleep. And I woke up today a little after 2, I guess, 2:30, something to 3. I don't know. All I know is I slept good. Okay? Good with a T. So that was some good sleep. Now I am doing this live right now, and then I'll be back probably about, depending on how long this one takes, about 9 or 10. Okay. But anyhow, once again, Happy New Year to all of you if I didn't see you last night. And by the way, if I did not see you last night, go on ahead and check us out. Native Tribe and I, we once again for another year bought the new year in with the Tribers and the Moonlighters, and I did not fall. So it was a good night had by all. We got in, we had some fun, and then we did a little bit of seriousness, some serious things, but we and some serious discussion, but we had a good time. And based on that live, we have discovered that there are some other lives that we need to do to explore some things, such as Bill Cosby's body of work. So we will be getting into that in the 2026. I will also be getting into my domestic violence, um, my panel that I want to have on domestic violence and the health fair that we have been talking about forever. We are going to do those things in 2026. When my nephew passed in December, that was just like, it just threw everything in a tailspin. And, I am able, I think, to think a little clearer right now, and also you know, be looking out for some things from us in the 2026. As we said last night, let me see who. Let me see who's here. We've got Justin's mom here. Just Shelly, allegedly Thirsty Rabbit, Snoopalicious, Mimi, Dim Folks, Mama J, Ray Della Lewis, Life Ain't Over, Nikki G, Woo Wop is here, Reef and Muff's mom, Dimples, Ducks. Mimi is in the house. Okay. And those of you, hey, them folks, did I just call you them folks? And if you are in the bushes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Boho, Hobo. I appreciate you being here, be it you in the whether you're in the chat or in the bushes. I appreciate you being here. And if you are on the replay, thank you so much. Gigi creates. Hey, Ray Della Lewis, AK's POV here in the place to be. Let me see. What else have I left out? Oh, by the way, yes, I am still going to soar through, and I will mention it every time, my getting well over 3,000 in the 2026 and increasing memberships. I did not get to a members only live this week, and I am so sorry. But the week ain't over yet. You never know what might pop up. Hey, Miss Principal and Diva Law, what's up? What's up? What's up? The first thing that I want to get into is a we're gonna do, like I said, we're on the theme is scammers. I'm in my scamming studio, and we're gonna be dealing with some scammers and some scamming situations here. Let me switch screens so I can pull up the oh, where is it? I have two. Oh, here it is right here. All right. Okay. Let me go ahead and pull up this video. This I have a series of news stories about scams that I myself was not even aware of, or not only was I not aware of them, but I also don't understand them. So let's get into that. Now, this first one is a fake charity scam. It's a fake charity scam. And I sometimes, I sometimes feel like if you put so much effort into doing and pulling off these scams, I can't quite understand why you don't put that much effort into getting or going legit at least. That's what I can't figure out. But anyway, I can't solve the world's problems on today. But let me pull up this video. Did I am I sharing? Oh, I am sharing. I gotta just hit the video. Okay.
A young man said he was collecting donations for his basketball team.
Police say he was scamming people out of thousands of dollars. Fox 5's Denise Dillon is live in Cobb County. And Denise, he was doing this apparently in plain sight.
Yeah, right in the middle of this intersection. When drivers would stop at the red light, police say the guy would approach them, ask for a small donation through Venmo or Zelle, then snatch their phones and take a whole lot more. I just don't want anybody else to fall prey to this. Brenda Lasky was at a red light when she saw a young man standing in the middle of the intersection of Johnson Ferry Road and Lower Roswell in East Cobb. It was Christmas Day, and he told her he was collecting money for his basketball team. I pulled out $5 and I handed it to him.
Can I just say it's never a good idea when someone is like outside like that, especially a younger person, when they're outside like that and they're selling things or collecting money for things, it is never a good idea to even stop, let alone do anything with your phone, cash apping them, zelling them, handing them money out your purse. It is never a good idea. I find that this is when these, like the water boys who were scamming there in Atlanta. I think that this is what makes it easier for them, are able to get access, and you kind of give them access by going into your wallets, your phone, whatever, or letting them and there's no way a stranger would be able to, I'm going to hand them my phone so they could put the information in. That's just not going to happen at all. So Miss Principal said this is why I don't carry cash or donate, etc. And and it's because it makes you not want to, because you have to question everything these days. Reef and Muff's mom says they are behaving for the most part, but the ducks are behaving. Okay, let me see. Them folks said I never stop and I feel badly when it's kids, but after seeing the water boys, I stopped being polite. Yeah, you have to look out for yourself. And it's just not, especially if you're a woman, it's just not safe. It's not safe at all. And I believe in safety first. And like I said, you have to look out for yourself. It might be heartbreaking, but I would rather see you get over the heartbreak of not um opening up your wallet than to put yourself in a situation where you can either be taken advantage of or harmed. So, you just gotta choose. Now, we have a member milestone, which I didn't even expect anybody to actually, a lot of people to be here for this live, let alone get a member milestone. So, of course, I'm not prepared because I'm still building this studio. But we have a member milestone from Say And Say says, love being on the moon. I'm a moon child. Well, thank you. Thank Thank you so much, CJ, for the member milestone. I really appreciate it. And thank you for supporting the platform. I appreciate that too. And in one moment, let me see, in one and a two and a three. Here we go. See, we just build as we go. Thank you for being a member for 9 months, CJ, and thank you for supporting. In addition to that, CJ has gifted. I really was not expecting. I am so not prepared. So let me get to these comments, and that way I can find it, I guess. CJ has also gifted one Legacy Moon True Crime and Mysteries membership. And let us see who got gifted. We've got Leroyce Too Precious has been gifted a Legacy Moon True Crime and Mysteries membership by the one and only CJ. Drop your new emojis in the chat, and y'all welcome as a new Legacy Moon True Crime and Mysteries member, Leroyce Too Precious. And in just a moment, I am going to, here we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's get back into this. Snoopalicious says, don't you have to have a bank account to Cash App? They probably have a Cash App card themselves, is what I'm thinking. Because I think that they you have, I guess you have to be clever to be a scammer. That's why I really don't know the answer to that question, but I'm thinking that they probably have a Cash App themselves, or like I had a bank account, when I was 14. So it is possible that they do have a bank account, but I think that they are just doing Cash App. Reefing Muff's mom said, okay, that's Miss I don't know what's going on in the chat. Let me go ahead and play the rest of this.
Goes, no.
Uh-oh.
Can't take money. You need to Venmo my coach. So she picked up her phone to Venmo the money. That's when she says he grabbed her phone out of her hand. He was doing something.
I'm sorry. You are out here collecting, and it looks like it's cold. You're out here collecting money for your team, and you got a Venmo to coach. Well, why don't the coach have his ass out there? And if it doesn't make sense, it's probably not true. Why would you be out there collecting for your team, and then the money has to be Venmoed and Venmoed to your coach who's not even present? Okay, but I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying sometimes you got to think things through.
My phone with a QR code. So I grabbed his phone and I said, give me my phone back now. He finally gave her the phone back. When she got home, she checked her Venmo and saw $2,000 had been transferred out of her account. She detached her bank account from the Venmo and changed her password. And immediately drained less than $2,000 thinking it would be rejected. But the next morning, it showed that I had a overdrawn account. She also called 911. Police responded, found 17-year-old Antrez Jenkins at the intersection and arrested him on charges of robbery and theft by deception. Investigators say he pulled the exact same scheme at the same intersection the day before and stole $2,000 from another woman. And there could be other victims who have not yet come forward.
If anyone feels that they have been in any way victimized or scammed by a panhandler or someone soliciting for money from them, by all means, call us and report it to us.
Lasky wants others to be aware of what happened so it doesn't happen to them.
You feel like you can't do anything nice for anybody that really needs help when they, scam you like this.
And Ms. Lasky said her bank initially told her there was nothing they could do, but she is working with the fraud department and there is a chance she'll get her money back. Reporting live in Cobb County, Denise Stillen, Fox 5 News.
Wow. Let's hope that small chance turns out in her favor and she gets her money back. Denise, thanks.
Okay, that was that one. That was that one. Now, the next one we are going to get into is if the wheels on the bus will quit going round and round. Oh gosh, come on, is YouTube acting a fool today? But while I'm talking, this happens. You find like a whole day has passed, and you find out. So fortunately, they were able to find this young man probably because he was out there still doing the same thing. I don't know what is happening right now, but let me stop sharing and see what is happening with YouTube. So he was probably out there, which is how they caught him. And I wish they would have gone more into that, how he was caught and everything. Let me come out of YouTube and go back in because this is ridiculous. That's probably how he got caught. So, I'm thinking that she was fortunate, but it doesn't always work out that way. So please be careful and be mindful, especially, well, even though the Christmas time of the year is over with, there's still people out there who are just going to be scamming, and there's going to be new scams every day. AK's POV said they said he was in the same spot. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And that's fortunate for her and for future victims that he was right there in the same old spot that he was in the last time. Let me see if YouTube is acting right because my next story wouldn't come up. Let me see here. And there's so the sad part about it is there is so much of this going on. And like I said, there's a new scam every day. Every single day there's something new. All right. So now this next one is a man who got his life, a 73-year-old man who who just got his life savings stolen from him. I think it's $1 million. Okay, let me share my screen. Looks like YouTube wants to act right for a second. So let me go ahead and share, and we'll get into this one. Okay. All right, y'all, here we go.
From a wrong number saying hello or asking an innocent question. Many of you will ignore it, but there are some who will text back.
Well, sometimes those who do respond get drawn into a friendly conversation that could spiral into something more sinister, even costly.
This is called pig butchering, and a study by the University of Texas found between 2020 and 24, scammers have likely stolen more than $75 billion in cryptocurrency through this con.
But first, reporter Cassidy Williams introduces us to a father who lost his life savings after responding.
Let me just tell you something right now. I know nothing of Bitcoin. What else did he? What she just say? Let me see. What is it? Bitcoin and whatever she just said. It escaped my mind. Reef and Muff's mom's. Not Reef and Muff's mom. Analytical one. Where is your comment? On the last video, I think it was Analytical One who was just saying that, basically this young man is bold. Here he is out here in the same spot where he's probably scammed bunches and bunches of people. Say says they are part of a ring that way. That's the way it's set up. This isn't just some randomly doing this. This is a ring. Of course. Yeah, no, it is not, it is not random. Not random at all. If you are just now coming in, Happy New Year to you. If you missed our video last night, or crypto, thank you, Justin's mom. Crypto and Bitcoin. I know nothing about those. So if you are just getting in, first of all, I want to say Happy New Year to you. And if you did not bring your New Year's in with Native and myself, check that video out and see what you done missed, child.
To a stranger's text.
This was all built by my parents.
Eric Zhang's parents created a backyard where things grow. With their son planning a wedding, they wanted to help him plant roots of his own.
He wanted to pay for the wedding. He wanted to buy us a home.
To do that, Amos Zhang decided to make an investment. In August, he received a text from an unknown number. That text blossomed into a friendship. And when the friend told him about an investment opportunity in cryptocurrency, he believed them.
I didn't have any question about that website.
In mid-November, a phone call from the Woodbridge Police Department told him it was a scam. The total loss.
It was a little over $1 million.
It was their life savings, plus money from a line of credit on their house.
Most people think of a scam as something obvious, rushed, or poorly written. What makes pig butchering schemes different is how slow and deliberate they are.
First of all, has anyone ever heard this before? Pig butchering? Because I haven't. Miss Principal said, I stopped giving change to the homeless when a homeless man cussed my mom out for giving him a plate of food. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Has anybody heard of this? I've never heard of this before. Now, have I got texts from random people saying, "Hi, this is Shelly, or this is Becky," and I want to get back, just some weird stuff like that. I do the what's it called? Delete and report as spam. I do that.
These operations are designed to feel ordinary at first, almost boring. A casual message becomes a routine conversation. Days turn into weeks, sometimes months. The goal is not to steal immediately, but to build familiarity, then confidence, and finally dependence. By the time money is mentioned, the victim often feels they are making a rational decision with someone they trust. These scams are not run by a single person sitting behind a phone. They are organized networks, often operating across borders, using scripts, rotating phone numbers, and professional-looking websites. Victims may believe they are interacting with one individual, but behind that conversation is often a team. One group handles initial outreach, another manages ongoing communication, and another controls.
Diva Law, I block those too. That's the next thing I do. I block the number. And even when I get phone calls, I block. Well, my phone mostly does the blocking, but it automatically, it won't even ring, and it just blocks them. But I think that when it doesn't, on occasion, one gets through, and I just go in and I block it myself. Ray Della Lewis said the latest crazy ones I have gotten are you at home resting? And come over to my house for dinner. Come over to my house for dinner. What? These freaks out here. Analytical one said, I know crypto and Bitcoin can be easily used for money laundering. Hey, Shirley testified finally. Yes. So Ray Della Lewis is out here getting, what did you just have, your 70th birthday, and Ray Della Lewis is getting scam invites for dinner, asking her, is she lonely? Oh, okay. All right. I'm curious about that scam. I wonder what would, oh, wow. Reefa Muff's mom said, I would have taken the plate and gave it to someone else entitled homeless at Miss Principal. Right. Mm-hmm.
Controls the financial side. This structure allows scammers to scale quickly and target.
And I guess we're listening to this woman speak because this man doesn't speak English, is what I'm thinking.
Many people at once without raising alarms.
A lot of times the money's gone and it's a dead end from there.
It was Detective Michelle Taylor from the Peachtree City Police Department, all the way in Georgia, who first realized Jang might be a victim. She was investigating her own case, where victims throughout the nation were being targeted for high-level investments into a fraudulent company called Up Fashion.
Hold up now. And I mean no harm when I say this, but is Atlanta the scamming capital? All of these stories tonight that I'm doing are from Atlanta. Just wow. I guess Nesto is in the right place.
Investigation found a list of 24 potential victims in 12 different states.
Is it possible?
And then this officer found she's finding victims because she's investigating her own case? Huh? Oh my gosh.
There's even more victims out there across the country?
Oh, absolutely. This is a pretty common scam these days.
Detective Taylor says both the FBI and the Secret Service have been notified. She says the difficulty of a case like this is it appears all the money to an account in Hong Kong.
Currency is commonly used is speed and distance. Once funds are transferred, they can be moved across multiple wallets within minutes. Each transfer makes tracing harder and recovery less likely. Scammers often...
Hong Kong. That's a new one. I know it happens, but this is a new one. Shirley testified finally said, the one on Messenger is a mess. One pretended to be my daughter asking me for money. I played the game. I told they asked to call me. So they did. Baby, I cussed they ass from the front to the back. Oh my gosh. So they actually called? That is, oh wow. Ooh, oh wow. That is sticking to your game plan. Like you would know your daughter's voice? Come on. Hey, Miss Jackson. Happy New Year.
Instruct victims step by step, framing the process as education rather than coercion. Victims are told they are learning a new system, not being rushed into a decision. This removes the feeling of pressure and replaces it with a sense of empowerment. Fake investment platforms play a key role. These sites are often polished, mobile-friendly, and updated in real time. Victims can log in.
See, here's another thing. I am not going to anything that I can't figure out that you have to explain to me step by step like that in that much detail. I'm not participating in. No, I'm sorry. Snoopalicious is she ain't new to it, she true to it. She said I wasted a scammer's time for 5 hours. I had time that day. You know what? I would do something like that. And I thought, because there's a lot of these scammer payback channels out there. And I had thought about doing something like that, but I don't have the patience. After about 15 minutes, I'm done. Because when these people do call me, yes, because I think the latest one is health insurance for it was for new health insurance for 2026. That's what I was getting, and as soon as they start talking, I said, look, take me off of whatever list you got me on. Do not call my number again. And the bad part about it is they have the nerve to hang up on me. Mimi said, if you got 1 million to lose, how much was the wedding going to cost? That's a good question, too.
And see balances.
Like, did he do 1 million, like, at the first go round, or did he do bit by bit? Because if I give you 1,000 or 2,000 and something ain't right, you're not getting no more. And more importantly, even if I do take a chance, you are not getting access to all of my money like that. And I don't even know you. It's people I know who ain't got access to my money. Dimples Duck said, I had someone pretend to be from USAA Bank. Have you ever heard of that bank before? Because I haven't. USAA. I don't think I've heard of USAA. Boho Hobo said they called my dad saying his grandson was in an accident and needed money. They also scam online apartment listings too here in St. Louis. Yes, and that's called the grandparent scam, where they call and say, the grandson's been in an accident, or they're in jail and they need bail money. That's a popular one. Analytical one said, my guess is they got access to his accounts. Miss Principal said, right now I am getting the DMV text. Yeah, shaking my head. I keep blocking and they just end they end up with a new one. Okay, Miss Principal, USAA is a military bank. Okay, all right. So y'all know, speaking of the, what do you call it, the Motor V, I got one and it was for an Easy Pass. Now the thing about this is, what got me is it had my niece's name in it. And I I hesitate, and I know that these are scams, but my niece does not have a common name at all. And not only does she not have a common name, she ain't got no common spelling. So that threw me for a loop. So I was like, look, do you have an easy, because I know I terminated my Easy Pass. So I was like, look, do you have an Easy Pass in my name or something? And she was like, no. And I sent her the text. And she said, I've been getting texts like that too. I said, look, if you get them, don't click on them, just delete them. Just delete them. Don't answer them. And I, of course, deleted mine and reported as spam and blocked and did all of that. But it just threw me for a loop because she just don't have a regular name. So Justin's mom said, I got one saying I owe tolls. So I politely told them, Michigan does not have toll roads, dummy. Yeah, do your homework before you try to scam me.
Increase, reinforcing the belief that their money is growing. In reality, the numbers are controlled entirely by the scammers. Early withdrawals may even be allowed to build confidence. This is intentional. Once larger amounts are invested, new barriers appear, such as fees, taxes, or account verification requirements.
The problem I think that all of these agencies run into is that they open these bank accounts, they target quite a few victims all at once, and then they shut them down before they're even discovered.
I think it's just incredibly important to let people know that this is happening.
The Jangs hope their story is a lesson for others. The money taken out against their home means they may have to sell it, losing everything they've built.
To see all of that just disappear, it breaks my heart.
Wow.
Each obstacle is designed to extract more money while keeping hope alive. Psychologically, pig butchering scams rely less on fear and more on optimism. Victims are encouraged to think long-term, to imagine stability, security, or helping family members. Scammers often mirror the victim's language and values, creating a sense of alignment. If doubts arise, they are addressed calmly, with explanations that sound technical but reassuring. This makes it harder for victims to accept that they are being deceived, even when warning signs appear. Law enforcement faces major challenges with these cases. Jurisdiction is a constant.
Dimples Wimple says, y'all start trying to delete your names and phone numbers off Spookio. I've heard of that before, but I wouldn't even know where, where's it at? Do you go on Google to find that? Or how do you even find your name? Hey, make it rain.
Issue, especially when funds move overseas. By the time a report is filed, accounts may already be closed and reopened under different names. Even when patterns are identified, connecting individual losses to a single operation can take months. This delay works in the scammer's favor. The faster the money moves, the less likely it is to be frozen or recovered. Financial institutions are improving detection, but they are not foolproof. Many transfers appear legitimate on the surface, especially when victims authorize them willingly. Banks can sometimes intercept funds if alerted quickly, but once money crosses borders or converts into cryptocurrency, recovery rates drop sharply. This is why immediate reporting is critical. Time is often the only leverage victims have. The emotional impact on victims extends far beyond money. Many experience shame, isolation, and guilt, believing they should have known better. This reaction often prevents people from speaking out, which allows scams to continue unchecked. Families may be affected as well, especially when savings, retirement funds, or home equity are involved. The financial loss can trigger long-term consequences, including forced downsizing, delayed retirement, or increased debt. Prevention depends.
Just like if anything, because I think everybody wants to be rich or comfortable, or especially when you're getting near retirement age. If you are looking to, or if you do want to invest in something, make sure you research what you're investing in thoroughly. Every I and every T, because sometimes these people go as far as to get legit companies letterhead and just like change like an email address, as simple as that. So you have to be very, very careful. Ray Della Lewis said, "What is Spookio? It's like where your name, like sites that have your name, if I'm explaining it right, and if I'm explaining, I'm familiar with it. If I'm explaining it wrong, someone in the in the chat can help me out. But Analytical One says Spookio is a people search website. Yeah. So it's like these webs, like these pages or websites with your names and information and things like that on it. Let me see. Okay. Dimples Ducks said, I Googled my name and whatever personal information I saw, I went to the page and asked for it to be removed, and also through Google. I think I'm going to do that. I am going to do that. Wow. I just did not, I didn't know. So see the things that you learn. So I'm glad that I wow. Dimples Duck says, I found too much of my personal information online that was fairly easy to get. And this is how people dox people, really. Hey, Prima Wanda. This is how people dox people, on YouTube and stuff. Analytical One said you can search by name, address, or phone number. Yes, that is. Thank you. Just Shelly said, True People Search is another one to delete your information from. Oh, okay. True People Search. True People Search. All right. Let me get this stuff. Let me get this down. I'm going to put this stuff on my community wall as well. That's what I'm going to do. Put it on my community wall so people can, those of you who are here and those of you who may not be here or catch the replay, I'm going to get all this on my community wall.
On changing how people interpret unexpected contact. Any investment opportunity introduced through casual conversation should be treated with skepticism, regardless of how convincing it seems. Independent verification is essential. That means researching platforms outside of links provided, consulting financial professionals, and discussing decisions with trusted people who are not emotionally involved. Isolation is one of the scam's strongest tools. Education also plays a role. Understanding that modern scams are patient, polite, and professional helps break the stereotype that fraud always looks suspicious. Awareness campaigns that focus on real-world examples, rather than exaggerated scenarios, are more effective at reaching people who believe they are too careful to be targeted. Pig butchering scams continue to grow because they exploit trust, not ignorance. They succeed by blending into everyday life, avoiding urgency, and presenting themselves as opportunities rather than threats. The more these tactics are understood and openly discussed, the harder it becomes for scammers to operate in silence.
We do have some good news to pass along. Eric tells me his parents' bank was able to recover a small portion of the money because it had not yet left the country. It was enough to allow his parents to stay in their home. While it is far from the total amount lost, they tell me they are relieved and grateful. In Hartford, Connecticut, I'm Cassidy Williams.
Here are some of the common warning signs.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. But Miss Unique said something that I really agree with. Hey, Mixtress Monica. Where's Miss Unique's comment? Hey, Miss Unique. She says the fact that U.S. businesses hire employees overseas with our information, it's easy. And she's right. I mean, you can't even, like, I notice if you call Comcast in the daytime, hey, let's talk about it, boo, what's up? If you call Comcast in the daytime, you might get the US, but you call at night, you get the Philippines. And I won't say all of them, but a lot of them, you talking to them, they can barely communicate with you. So, where it used to be, or stereotypically in my mind, it was always India, but now it's anywhere. It is anywhere. And Miss Unique is that is so true. Our information is easily accessible to foreigners because the US contracts with a lot of them for a lot of regular companies, companies that's been around forever. So yeah, you're right.
Of a pig butchering scam. First, a text message from a number you don't know. The sender then attempts to strike up a conversation and ask for personal information. They offer investment advice or mention a new type of cryptocurrency. They will also avoid a request for in-person meetings. If you suspect you're the victim of a pig butchering scam, notify your bank immediately and contact your local police department and file a report. You can also file a report with the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center at ic3.gov.
Be careful.
Okay. Sorry. This ended before I had a chance to finish chewing. Analytical One says my former employee had people in India, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Philippines, 3,000 plus employees. Ms. Principal said they send call centers overseas to get away with the fact that places like the Philippines and India have low conversion rates, so their payroll is lower. And I also have a feeling they do that because they can take advantage. Like, they don't have the labor laws that we have. So I also feel like that's another reason why they do that. Let's get into this next man. He's a 58-year-old man, and he wants to end it all because of a scam. Hey, Lady Redbird.
Please.
Ricky Smith doesn't want anyone else to go through what he's experiencing.
I'm in a terrible situation now because I have no other assets at this point.
Ricky Smith, a 58-year-old man, says he lost approximately $80,000 of his life savings after becoming involved in what he now believes was a cryptocurrency investment scam. Smith says the situation developed over several months and began with a casual online interaction that did not initially appear suspicious. According to Smith, the incident started in May when he began communicating with someone on Facebook. The interaction appeared routine and did not involve any immediate discussion of money or investments. After some time, the conversation moved from Facebook to WhatsApp. Smith says the shift felt natural and did not raise.
Another thing. I don't trust nothing on WhatsApp. I don't. Anybody who wants me to call them or has a WhatsApp, no, I don't trust it. That's just on period. Okay. Analytical One said it's not just call centers now. My company had IT developers overseas, but I got laid off. I'm sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. But that's what is the cheaper labor, is the no labor laws, is the whatever. And that's what makes this also shameful. You build your riches and stuff in the US, and then you want to go overseas, contract overseas for the job. Shirley Testified finally says they should be ashamed. It's sad that people lose their savings. This principal said, WhatsApp or Telegram, do you know, not that it would matter to me because I still wouldn't do it, but do you know, I just learned about Telegram in 2025. I didn't even know what that was. I was doing another scam and they said Telegram and I said, what's that? I didn't know what that was. But nevertheless, if you ain't got a good old USA phone number, or even if you live overseas and you can't give me your overseas phone, we're not doing WhatsApp. We're not doing it. We are not doing that. Mimi says WhatsApp is basically scammers world. It is. It really is. To me. That's my opinion. Them folks says the only people I talk to on WhatsApp are friends when they are traveling overseas, people I know in real life. Okay, that's what you do. Hey, JMM. AK's POV said, I never heard of Telegram scams. Yep. Ms. Principal said Telegram has people teaching people how to scam.
His concerns, as he believed he was continuing a private conversation with someone he had already been speaking to online.
I'm literally out. That was life savings.
Once communication moved to WhatsApp, Smith says the woman he was speaking with began discussing cryptocurrency investing. She eventually connected him with what she described as a cryptocurrency investment opportunity. Smith says the investment platform he was shown appeared legitimate. He reports that the website displayed account balances, transaction histories, and apparent gains, all of which contributed to his belief that the investment was real.
So I decided to try, I said, okay, well, I'll just try just to test the water. And I'll put, $500 in there first and see what happens, And when I put $500 in there was a gain, and I was able to get it out.
Smith says he initially decided to test the investment with a small amount of money. He deposited $500 to see how the process worked and whether he could access his funds. According to Smith, he was able to withdraw that money successfully. This early withdrawal played a significant role in his decision-making, as it reinforced the impression that the platform was legitimate and functional.
And that is what they do a lot. They will give you the comfort of being able to, and that's how pyramid schemes work too, by the way. They give you the comfort of being able to access your money that you invest, and then that makes you eventually pour more and more and more into it because you believe that it is legit. Hey, I got money back. So, hey, is Chanel Heslop here? Hey, Chanel Heslop. Hey, V the One. Mixtures Monica said that should have been a clue. All of a sudden they start talking about crypto. Yeah, right. Yeah. You meeting people online and stuff. I know it's hard to meet people, especially if you're an introvert like me, but online, it's just, Dimples Duck says, I'm not depositing $5. Mixtress Monica says that should have been a clue. Suddenly there's talk. Yeah, crypto. Yeah, read that one. Okay. Make It Rain says $500 is not small. Envy the One says, sir, tell the truth. You was trying to date that lady and she played you. Scammers do romance scams. And that's what I was thinking too, that this was a romance scam. Chanel Heslop said people need to start locking or making their social media accounts private to limit personal information to the general public. I agree. And I do that. Raydell Lewis said, AK's POV, I use for a reason. I use it for a reason as well. WhatsApp, but only with family members, also when traveling internationally. I never thought about that, Raydell Lewis, though, you guys mentioning that. Traveling nationally, that is a good idea. But it's, here again, if I don't know you, we not doing this. We not talking on WhatsApp. So even if I travel internationally, it's going to be somebody I know who I'm talking to on WhatsApp.
After seeing apparent gains and being able to withdraw funds, Smith says he began depositing larger amounts. He states that the individual he was communicating with encouraged him to allow the account to grow rather than withdrawing profits. Smith says he was told that keeping the money invested would increase his returns over time.
But the more I kept
that was another red flag.
Putting in and I was gaining, I didn't really just take it right back out.
At this point, Smith believed he was making reasonable investment decisions based on what he could see within the platform. As Smith continued to add funds, the account balance displayed on the site continued to increase. Smith says this reinforced his confidence and reduced his sense of urgency to withdraw money. He believed the investment was performing well and assumed he would be able to access his funds when needed. He did not believe there was any immediate risk involved. The situation changed when Smith attempted to withdraw a larger amount from the account. At that point, he says he was told that his funds could not be released unless certain conditions were met.
And before you know it, when I tried to take it down, they said, hold up, you have to pay taxes on this money.
Specifically, Smith says he was informed that he needed to pay taxes on the money before a withdrawal could be processed. He reports that this requirement was presented as standard procedure. Smith says he paid tens of thousands of dollars in additional payments that he believed were required taxes or fees. Each time...
I'm sorry. I'm not paying tens of thousands of dollars. If I can't access what's already there, I consider it a loss and walk away. I'm not going to keep paying you money to get my money. And especially up in the tens of thousands. No. Hey, BB babies, how you doing?
He made a payment, he expected that the withdrawal would be approved. Instead, he says he was told that further payments were necessary. These requests continued, even after he had already paid significant amounts beyond his original investment. Eventually, Smith says he was told that he would need to pay an additional $48,000 to become a VIP member in order to access his funds. At that point, Smith says he realized something was wrong. He states that the repeated demands for money, combined with the inability to withdraw any funds, made it clear that he was no longer dealing with a legitimate investment platform.
Oh,
I knew I
after
was
that?
at that point.
By the time Smith recognized the
See, this is what I don't get. He knew he was got at that point. You didn't know you were got when they told you you had to pay tens of thousands of dollars to access money that was already yours? Mimi said, now that's crazy. Justin's mom says, hello, Make Beauty Forever. Yes, hello to you, Make Beauty Forever. Happy New Year. Lady Redbird said, whoever was scamming him, they seen him being a fool. They saw him coming. AK's POV said it wasn't legit from the beginning. BB Baby said greed got him.
Situation as a scam, he says he no longer had access to his funds. He reports that the money he invested, which he describes as his life savings, was gone. Smith says the loss has had a serious financial impact on his life and has left him in a difficult situation. Smith has since filed a police report and contacted federal agencies in an effort to recover his money or prevent similar incidents from happening to others. He says he decided to share his experience publicly to warn others about the risks associated with online cryptocurrency investments.
Crypto scams are, quickly becoming one of the biggest scams we see. There's nothing low risk about investments in general, especially cryptocurrency investments.
Particularly those that originate through social media or private messaging platforms. Consumer protection experts say cases like Smith's are becoming increasingly common. According to the Better Business...
Speaking of scams, I hear that what is it? Facebook Marketplace is it's a lot of scamming going on that platform, from what I hear.
Bureau, cryptocurrency-related scams are one of the fastest growing categories of fraud. These scams often involve fake investment platforms that are designed to appear legitimate and allow victims to see fabricated gains while preventing actual withdrawals. Daniel Irwin of the Better Business Bureau in the Mid-South region says investment scams involving cryptocurrency frequently promise high returns with minimal risk. He says this combination should always be treated as a warning sign. Irwin emphasizes that there is no such thing as a low-risk investment, especially when it comes to cryptocurrency, which is inherently volatile. Experts note that scammers often rely on gradual trust building rather than immediate pressure. By allowing small withdrawals early on, scammers can convince victims that the platform is real. Once confidence is established, victims are encouraged to invest larger amounts.
Let's see. T Baby said, "No way I'm giving someone I can't see in person my life savings." Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, I know y'all talked and everything, and I do believe that this was not just a general. I believe this was a romance scam. I do, but I if I haven't laid eyes on you, I'm not trusting any scam. If you well, I'm not even gonna go by how you living because it just means you scam somebody else. But they didn't even meet in person, and she trusted he was too trusting. Um AK's POV said, "I also don't believe anything. I'm cynical. I don't trust nothing." She says, but these people don't look up these websites. They don't. They don't. When you make it rain said, when you hear crypto, run away. Hey Muffin 218. Hey Mai Tai. Shirley testified finally said, it took you too long to realize you were being scammed. He put too much money into it. I agree.
When victims attempt to withdraw substantial funds, new fees, taxes, or membership requirements are introduced to extract additional money. Smith says that looking back, the early success of the small investment was what convinced him to continue.
Scamming is really real out here, and I am one of the prime examples why I want to get this message out. People, be careful, please. I'm in a terrible situation now because I have no other assets at this point. I'm literally out. That was life savings.
He acknowledges that at the time,
Them folks says I had a whole husband I had legal papers with, and I wouldn't give him my savings. I know that's right. I ditto to that. Ditto to that. Mine didn't even have my bank account information, okay? Analytical said he would have had one better just keeping his money in his high yield savings or CD account.
The process appeared legitimate and gave him no clear reason to suspect fraud. He says the scam was not obvious until the repeated payment demands made it impossible to access his money. Law enforcement agencies continue to warn the public about cryptocurrency investment scams, particularly those that begin on social media platforms. They advise individuals to be cautious of unsolicited investment advice, private investment opportunities, and platforms that require upfront payments to release funds.
Hey, Donna Miche, the RN. Let me tell you, I don't trust nothing that I see on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, any of the other things. What's that other new one called? I don't trust none of that unless I can verify. I don't even trust the true crime stories unless I can find it and verify. Boho Hobo says, same. My ex-husband had none of my financial business. Hey, Rossi, how you doing? Happy New Year.
Smith says his goal in speaking out is to prevent others from experiencing the same situation. He urges people to be skeptical of online investment opportunities and to verify the legitimacy of any platform before transferring money. He says he hopes his experience will serve as a warning and encourage others to seek professional advice before making financial decisions involving cryptocurrency. The Better Business Bureau and other consumer protection organizations recommend researching investment platforms thoroughly, avoiding pressure to move conversations to private messaging apps, and being wary of requests for additional payments labeled as taxes or fees. They also advise reporting suspected scams as soon as possible to help authorities track and shut down fraudulent operations. Smith's case highlights how quickly an online interaction can escalate into a significant financial loss. What began as a conversation on social media ultimately resulted in the loss of tens of thousands of dollars. Authorities continue to investigate cases as consumers.
Okay, we don't want to go into this chick again. All right, that's the three news, I guess you can say, investigations that I had. Now, I'm going to we're going to get into some scammer what do you call it? Scammer like payback, like people who either bait scammers or they call scammers to waste their time. This is, like I said before, like I said earlier, it is a very interesting concept, but I ain't got the patience for it. This first one is called, this first one is from Midnight SB. And Midnight SB, I think he closed down or went inside a scam call center that is overseas. Let's get into this one. Okay. And can I say something too? Often these scammers that are overseas aren't necessarily in a call center. Some of these people are in there. They work from home, just like during the pandemic. We had these work from home jobs, and some people still afterwards, how they saw it work, they had work from home jobs. So do some of these people.
Sir, the side Sam. How are you doing today?
Okay, yeah.
Sir, can you just turn
Why?
on your computer and check the notification? We have sent you some notification on your computer, sir.
And I also want to say that it is, I do have the let me see if I can move this up. The closed caption is on here because it is a little bit hard to understand because the accents are kind of thick. Snoopalicious says, let me see. I used to follow a lot of scam baiters. Very interesting. Very interesting. Boho Hobo said, I love these. Analytical One said, I heard those call centers do legit business during the day, then do scams at night from the same building. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes. They do the legit. It's legit by day and not legit by night. You are right. Thank you.
Sir, are you nearby your computer?
They claimed that Microsoft had sent me a notification on my computer and that I needed to turn it on immediately.
So your computer is turned on?
Yeah, it's up, yeah.
Or what do you see bottom left? Did you see magnifying glass on a screen?
Oh yeah, I see one.
Click there, okay? And type there.
They then told me to open msconfig, also known as system configuration, on my machine. The scammers will do this to show their victims that there are stopped services that should be running.
On that box, you have some columns like service, manufacturer, status. Yeah, just go through it and tell me what is the status of all those Microsoft services.
Stop, running, stop, running.
Did you turn off all these services on your computer?
These services being stopped is completely normal and doesn't indicate any issues.
These are the services which should be running, okay? If they are not running, it means your computer is not in good shape. Updates are not doing on your computer at all.
But they will try the same lines about system configuration and stopped services on everyone they call. They do this to convince you that your computer has an issue, and that to have it fixed, you'll need to pay them a support fee. But how did I manage to capture video of the scammers running their scam in the first place? Well, as a part of their script, the scammers would...
Now, for those of you who are not aware, or who never seen scam baiters or anything like that, the scam baiters managed to get actual control of the scammers' computer, webcams, all of that. And this is how they get the video. Hey, Granny the Great. JMM said, I had an Indian scammer call me using my local gas company phone number. He said my bill was overdue. I knew better, cussed him out. I don't answer strange numbers but they use legit numbers. And, when you call me and you ask me questions like what's my social and stuff, first of all, that's when my sovereign citizen kicks in. My alter ego of sovereign citizen. I don't answer questions. And then my second thing is click.
use remote access software to get control of your computer. And when the scammers asked me for this control, I gave it to them because my computer is set up so that when the scammers connect to me, I can connect back to them. This allows me to gain access to not only the scammers' computer, but their entire network. Once I gained this access, I quickly found out that this call center had CCTV installed in their building, which gave me a unique view into the inner workings of their operation. Using the CCTV access, as well as files I found on the computers in the call center, I was able to discover the name of the company behind these scams is DK Business Patron, and they are located in the first, second, and third floors of this building. On their website, DK Business advertises themselves as an e-commerce, BPO, marketing, and sales agency. Surprisingly, they actually did do some of these things. During the day, they would manage the accounts of Indian companies that were selling products on Amazon and eBay. And during these legitimate operations, I was able to see and listen to one of the directors of the company, Pooja Shufal, speaking with her employees.
Pooja Ifal. Analytical one. I must say, I have never had a scammer call me using my own Decum number. AK's POV said, wow, I wish I could reverse scam like Robin Hood, scamming the scammers for good. You know, I've seen one. There's another one on here where he like legitimately steals or takes back money from these scammers and give it back to people who have been scammed. So it's a lot of these. Mama J says, yes, that's true. I called Infinity to get a reduction, then received a scam call that same evening offering me the discount, but they got me good. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Life ain't over, said when I get those computer issue calls, I tell them that I don't own a computer because technology is evil. They hang up.
The cameras installed in the building had no microphone, so how could I hear her talk? Well, as it turns out, the entire office has an internal phone system. These phones were not normal landline phones, but rather IP phones, which were connected to the scammers' network. And I could turn these phones into listening devices without anyone realizing. Because I could listen to every room, I was even able to overhear new employees being hired into the company.
Not the job interview.
However, this Amazon seller business was only half of the company's operation. When it became nighttime, the people from the day shift would all go home. Then, a new group of people would enter the second and third floors of the building. They would start to blast US citizens with calls and would try to run the same script as earlier.
Hello?
Who is this?
Hello? Hi, Mom. My name is Grace. I'm calling you today because we have received an error report from your computer.
Many of the people the scammers called either didn't have a computer or knew that it was a scam.
So, according to the report, some of the application,
But because they were calling literally tens of thousands of people every single day, a small percentage were bound to fall for their scam script. And when someone was convinced to buy these scammers' fake support, they would be transferred to these guys. These are the closers, and their job is to bill the victim's credit card. When the scammers would bill their victims, they wouldn't use their real company name, but instead an alias, Hightech 365. When I visited the website for Hightech 365, they displayed themselves as a computer support company based in the United States. After looking up information behind this company, I found it was an LLC registered.
I just gotta say, at the risk of sounding clueless, I had never heard of an IP phone before. I was debating on whether I was even going to share that, but I had never heard of an IP. Like I don't even know how that works. All I know is what an IP number is, and that's it. See, analytical one is right there. They go scamming on the night shift. AK's POV said my ex got caught in a scam like that. Refused buying fake support. He was so proud of himself, and I was so mad at him. Did I say Happy New Year and hello to you, Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame? AK's POV said I had an IP phone at work. It's not a landline, but hooked up to the internet. Okay. Hey, AKA Queen Bee, Happy New Year to you.
In Montebello, New York, with the key principal being of Indian origin. These scammers were using a shell company to take payments and would then launder them to India, where the main director of the company, Deepak Kumar Chupal, would reap the benefits. Deepak Kumar Chupal, like his director sister Pooja Shufal, was also in the building, but this time during the scam shift. Irrefutable proof that he knew about the scams and couldn't claim otherwise. Despite this, he was still very clever. He figured that if an investigation by the authorities took place, they would most likely only come during the daytime. Thus, he could claim that they were doing fully legitimate business, while at night they were actually scamming people. Knowing all of this,
Oh, so you mean you had a brother and sister team? Okay, brother and sister team working together. Wow, okay.
along with my friends Jim Browning and How to Delete, started gathering evidence to send to the police in Delhi. But while we were gathering evidence and contacting the authorities about this call center, I received a message from an old friend of mine, Scambaiter. He told me that there was an American vlogger named Dia who was staying in Kolkata, India, and that he was going to walk into a call center to physically confront them. However, because he was in Kolkata, neither me nor Scambaiter knew any call centers he could go to. Over the past year, the Kolkata police have been heavily cracking down on scammers in a series of raids, and many call centers that were operating there either got arrested or moved. So I told him about DK Business, a call center doing tech support scams located in Ramesh Nagar. Even better, they were equipped with CCTV cameras so we would be able to see him if he went inside. He agreed, and a few days later flew to Delhi, where we would plot our next moves. We decided that he should scout out the building before fully going in to ensure his safety.
Hey Leo lady, what's up? What's up? Wow, having a good day. Analytical One said my old job, they would be husband and wives on the same teams.
Unfortunately, things were not as easy as we initially thought. There was only one opening into the call center, and there was a guard present. Additionally, when he arrived at the call center, the gate leading up to the stairs was already closed. It seems the guard would close the gate after all the scammers had entered the building. We came to the conclusion that if he wanted to enter the call center, he would have to be at the gate at around 8:45 to 8:50 p.m., while the other scammers were still arriving. The next day, he again went up to the call center, this time making it up the stairs and pretending to be a lost tourist. And afterward, we managed to spot the same scumbag that was helping him, now trying to scam vulnerable Americans, which made both of us even more determined to expose them. The day after was his last day in India, and he planned to fully invade the call center. However, we learned that a police raid could happen the same day. But a few hours later, in a spur-of-the-moment decision, he decided to go in.
Boys, I don't give a damn. I'm just gonna go straight through the door and talk to the guard.
All right.
By him, but I don't think it'll work.
Okay.
Open.
That's how you do it.
I want to speak to Deepak. Deepak Kumar.
Sir.
Yes. Yes. Deepak Kumar.
Wait, it was that easy? Hey, Lunar Brain Fireheart, Happy New Year. Yeah, he bald. Dimples Duck said, let me tell you something. Someone that wears Dimples Duck says, let me tell you something. Someone that wears sandals and skinny jeans year round, I don't trust.
Yeah. Ding a 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 ding. Hello everybody. What's going on? Good? Everybody doing good? Say what's up. How are you guys doing? Good? Yeah. How's everything?
Make it rain. I got, not only did I get an email. My last computer was Microsoft. Microsoft sent me an email telling me that they renewed my membership, one that I didn't even know, or my subscription or whatever, that my 365 that I didn't even know I had, took $249. Now, on the bright side, I called them folks up and tell them, look, I ain't got no 365, and if I did have it, I don't want it. I'm not paying you $249 because I couldn't figure out if you are renewing. I don't look, y'all. In case y'all didn't know, I'm very frugal. Okay, I guess you can say. So I don't just like throw my and 200 and some odd dollars to Microsoft is throwing out good for bad. I'm sorry, I'm just not doing it. And so they gave me my money back and they told me it would take 7 days, but I got it back like right after I hung up the phone. My money was back in my account and that shocked me. I couldn't believe it. But I don't know what he said allegedly because it was probably in crap. What do they speak? I can't think of what they speak right now. But anyway, I'll take it back since I did interrupt it. Okay. Yeah. Who said this guard didn't want to?
He's up? Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you.
I'm just curious. Why are these folks so eager and happy and smiling giving their names? That's weird, but okay.
This is crazy. They don't know I'm exposing them right now, bro. How are you guys doing? Good? Everybody's doing good? Where's Deepak? I'm looking for Deepak.
So that must be how you say good evening, I guess, in Hindi, maybe, allegedly. You lost Leo. Oh, I am so sorry to hear that.
Deepak Kumar. Okay, the other side? Okay, very good. What's your guys' names? My name is Dia. Kamal? Okay. Manav? Chandrao. Sure. Okay, very good. I thought it was Robert Williamson, right? Very good, guys. Guys. Hello, guys. Where's Deepak Kumar? Up? Okay.
How many upstairs do they have?
Guys, where's Deepak? Is he down? Okay. I'm supposed to have a meeting with him. Is he down or this way? Yes. Is he over here? No, can you get him because he's not there? Okay. I'll be right back. Come.
So apparently y'all are having to refresh. Like I had to come out of YouTube and go back in because it was acting a fool. Wow. The Jay Vicker said William Pryor. That place is busy. That's right, Mimi. Busy and big. Where's Deepak at now? I'm waiting to see him. This security guard is just whatever. Y'all see him back here, the security guard? Whatever. Analytical One said, I'm stuck thinking about my old job now. Those assholes even shipped office furniture and cubicles overseas. Wow. Dimples Ducks said they have too many sandal wearing ninjas in there. That is just really getting under your skin. Seeing these people in these sandals and jeans.
Okay, we're gonna meet Deepak in just a minute.
Security guard don't want no part.
Alright, time to get the hell out of here, bro. Yo. So, that's how you do it. All those guys in there are scammers. Scumbags. There's no reason they should be in office right now.
One of the craziest stunts in scam baiting history. Never has an American citizen entered a scam call center while they're operating. When he actually went in, the majority of the scammers had gone to the top of the building to celebrate someone's birthday. But even after taking selfies and taunting the scammers in their own building, we weren't done with them yet. No raid happened that night because the police department we initially contacted said they couldn't, because DK Business had a license to be a call center, even though we had clear proof.
So I get it now. He was asking their names, I'm assuming, just so that he could have that evidence for the police. I'm thinking. Look, them folks said probably all of them can't stand Deepak.
Proof they were scamming people. Luckily, a friend of ours, Carl Rock, who also took the drone and street shots of the call center, had a contact in another police department who was willing to make arrests. However, on the day they were to raid, the CCTV cameras of the inside views were suspiciously unplugged. Our best guess is that they spotted one of the police officers of the department looking around at the building before the raid was to take place. After Dia had entered the call center and Carl Rock had been spotted taking footage, they were on high alert. This did not stop us from seeing them enter, however. The outside and stairwell cameras were still plugged in, and sure enough, the police actually came. But because we couldn't see views of the inside of the call center, we thought we had missed the most important moment of the raid, which was the police actually investigating. However, while this was happening, I realized that I had access to laptops in the call center, which had working webcams. And sure enough, for the first time, we were able to see police actually inside the building at the time of the raid. You can see one of the police officers with a gun.
Mimi said they got tipped off. You know, and now that could very well be true, but I will also say this. These if a police officer is going around, I'm sure that these people know, or somebody knows who the police are. And they were, saw the police lurking around, so they were on high alert. So I can see that. I can see them being on high alert, but I can also go the alternative and believe that they were tipped off as well. So either one could be true.
Gun strapped on his shoulder, and even more crazy, the boss of the call center, Deepak Kumar Chupal, handing the officers water while they investigate his scam operation. Unfortunately, Deepak was not taken into custody, and as of uploading, DK Business is still in operation, this time only doing legitimate work. I hope that he and his accomplices are arrested and given lengthy prison sentences. Unfortunately, knowing the corruption and situation in India, this is unlikely to happen, but one can still hope.
So that is the end of that one. And, it is very unfortunate that in these situations that the corruption is so deep that it is more likely than not that somebody somewhere was paid off. It's just more likely than not. So that happens all the time. And the thing of it is as soon as you get one, another one will pop right back up. Let me see here. I got time for one more. This is a very short one, then we will get out of here. I have shown you guys Dylan Unot. I'm sorry. I don't know why I want to call this boy Dylan, but Duncan Unot. And what he likes to do is call scammers and waste their time. And that's what he's doing on this one. Oop, I guess I should share it, huh? Okay, here we go.
I have pissed maybe 10 times this morning. But that's okay. Now it's time to piss on these scammers. Welcome back, everyone. It is Duncan Unot. Today, we are going to call scammers. I have done this quite a few times, and I'm just gonna drive these scammers crazy. So I found an entire website that is filled with phone numbers of scammers, and I've taken the best ones, and I'm gonna call them and see what happens. Please do not try this at home. I'm using a second phone number, a VPN, a website, like it's a whole ordeal. I think that goes without saying. Okay, I have to pee again.
Well, good day.
Hi there, is this Medicare?
Thank you for
Oh.
calling. Mm-hmm.
It is?
Go on.
Go on?
What's your question, ma'am?
My question is this Medicare?
We called you earlier because you once requested a life insurance quote from our company.
Thank you for... I'm sorry I missed your call.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She knew! Okay, this is a free VPN scam.
My name is Valerie. How can I help you today?
I got a charge from a VPN service. Does that sound correct?
Can you please provide the four numbers of the card that was charged?
The first number is 1.
Mm-hmm.
The last number is 6, and the two middle numbers are 3.
No, the beginning 6 numbers.
455 212.
And the last 4.
The last 4?
Exactly.
The last 4 is 4444.
Mm-hmm. Let me just go ahead and check our records. Can you please stay on the line?
Yes, I will.
I'm so sorry, but I wasn't able to locate your record. The last 4 are 4444. Correct?
No.
What's the last 4?
What's your name?
What's the
I'm sorry.
last 4?
What's your name?
What's the last 4? My name is Valerie.
That was the name of my daughter. Did you know that?
Okay. What's the last 4?
The last 4 is...
No, ma'am. I'm sorry, but I do not know such.
You don't know what?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what?
I need to know the last 4.
I don't know why I'm being so difficult. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
You know, you have a great heart, Valerie. Sorry.
Yeah, I just need the card number.
I'm okay.
I'm sorry?
I think I'm okay.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm just feeling a lot better recently.
I need to look at your records.
Someone recorded me?
No, I mean...
Is there someone else I can speak to, Valerie?
I'm so sorry, ma'am, but you have me.
Did that hurt your feelings, me asking for someone else?
No. It's fine.
Has someone ever asked...
How bad of a scam, or how much are you getting paid as part of this scamming network to put up with this? Because I'm here to tell you, Mimi says I'm dying. Analytical One said Val said she ain't got time for your chit chat.
Is that before to you?
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm sorry, Valerie.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you for calling Billing Support. Have a great day.
Wait!
What is it?
I found the card.
Ma'am?
I found the numbers. I have the numbers for you.
Okay, can you please provide the card number?
Yes, okay.
Like right now, because we have a limited time here. I need you to be serious here.
You have a limited time to help me? What? And more importantly, you telling me that's your problem and not mine that you have a limited time on your job. You should ask the right questions and listen more attentively.
I'm as serious as it gets. I'm a serious
Okay,
woman,
thank
Valerie.
you for calling Billing Support. Have a great day.
Wait! That was so...
My name is Michael. How may I help you?
I got a screen saying there was malware on my computer.
Type in the box.
Type in the box.
www.
Okay.
U like umbrella.
Okay.
T like Tom.
Okay.
A like apple. B like volume. I like ice. C like echo.
Okay.
Now hit on OK. Now what do you see now?
Yeah, you fixed it.
No, it's not 6 yet.
What do you mean? It went away. I thought I can't find it now. Is my computer good now?
No, ma'am.
Sir, right now I'm covered in blood.
Who covered in blood?
Me.
Why?
Because. Can I get some help?
Yes.
You need to speak a little louder. I'm so sorry.
You have to listen to what I am saying.
So what now?
Click window and letter R at the same time and type in the box www.ultraviewer.com.
Wait, where's the button?
Left side of the keyboard.
Michael, you. Wait, what do I click now?
www.
He was so persistent.
That is persistency. Somebody says F you and I'm still going to be talking to you nice and calm like this? No. Let's listen to this next scammer.
Hello?
My name is Cindy. I'll be assisting you today. How can I help you?
Yes, how can you help me?
Do you have an Amazon account or do you like some Amazon sometimes?
Yes, I like Amazon sometimes.
We'd like to offer you an Amazon Prime sweepstakes. I just have some questions to see if you qualify.
Look, as much money as I give Amazon, they ain't never called and offered me no sweepstake. What is going on?
Okay, let's see if I qualify.
What is your name, please?
My name is Shannon Debussy.
Thank you. How do you spell that last name?
Jojosiwa.
Shannon Jojosiwa.
Yes, Shannon Jojosiwa.
And where do you live?
Guess where I live?
If you could just answer the questions, please.
Okay, I'm from Dallas.
And what state is that in?
What state? It's in Texas.
Wait a minute. I am not hip with the geography. I don't know everything everywhere, but there are some things you just know. It's just a part of your life. Like, Dallas is in Texas. Atlanta's in Georgia. The big cities. You kind of know where they are. I'm hanging up immediately because you a fool.
Texas, darling.
I'm there too. Looks like you qualified for the sweepstakes.
You're there.
She said, "Oh, I'm here too," but you didn't know where it was. How are you there? Oh, there is a Dallas in Georgia. Okay, you got me, Mimi. There's a Dallas in Georgia. I forgot about that. I've been told that before.
Too. You live in Texas too?
Sure.
It's ma'am.
Are you sure?
Are you sure you live in Texas, Cindy?
Is there a problem?
I called this and I thought you were 911. 911.
Sir, I need you to answer.
It's ma'am. That was insane. I feel like I'm calling her again.
Miss Cindy, I'll be assisting you today. How can I help you?
Hey Cindy, it's your best friend, Shannon. Just had a few questions for you because
Shannon said, Hey, Diva Shawnee. Shannon said, you ain't wasting no more of my time.
Thank you for calling customer support. How can I help you, sir?
I would like to have some support regarding my Amazon account. I'm really scared about the security.
Open app store.
I'm trying to follow your instruction. There's just a little bit of attitude in your voice.
Thank you, ma'am. You need to open the app store. Go in search box. Know the search box.
What's a search box? Wait, I just...
typing is encrypted. What are you talking about, sir?
Is someone screaming in the background?
You're not in trouble. That is my colleague.
Are you sure?
Don't waste my time, ma'am. Thank you very much.
You're wasting my time. Well, that was fun. I am so brain dead. Just don't talk to scammers, y'all. Don't try this at home. But I love you all.
I would really like to try that. That just seems like so much fun. It just does. I'm sorry. I'd like to try it. So anyhow, Muppet 218 said, I'm driving and laughing so hard. Well, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed that. That's all I have for y'all on these here scammers on this evening. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back tonight at about 9 o'clock. And I will be doing probably body cams. We'll probably be doing some body cams. So I will be back at about 9 o'clock. And I hope to see you all there. Shout out to all of you for making it to this new year. I hope you all had a good one. If you missed last night's live with Native and I bringing in the new year with you guys, check it out. Also, like this video, share this video, boost hype. I'm going to get that right. It's going to come out right, like all the time. Hype this video if you can. Tell somebody, be it friend or foe, that Legacy Moon is over here on YouTube. And that's all I have for y'all for right now. I will be back at 9 o'clock. I hope to see you all there. Until we meet again, have a good evening. Have yourself some good dinner and all of that stuff. All right. I will see y'all on the next one.